Oh, that's a lot of fucking music.
It's so cool.
And it's taken a lot to manage it appropriately, but we're really excited about the way we've handled it. We're going to show you that in a second. But first things first, we sort of overhauled a bunch of little things. So you may have seen just now, all instruments mode, which is 7 people playing at once. So we have 3 vocalists singing harmonies, keyboards, guitar, drums, and bass all together, which seems like a sort of tacked on feature, but when you play a song like Bohemian Rhapsody, again, with that keyboard part and the harmony vocals and the guitar solo, it just sort of all feels like this epic, uber powerful moment in your living room. So we're really excited for people to check that out. 7 players is a lot of people, but it's super fun. And then we've sort of redesigned even down to the smallest thing. So what we're looking at right now is what we call the overshell internally, sort of an unofficial name. And that basically lets you have players in real time navigate their own sort of smaller, detailed game within the overall metagame. So if Aaron wanted to say drop out and go get the door because someone rang, or you wouldn't press the Xbox button for sure. There we go. You press the start button and then we would drop out. Kaboom. Goodbye, Aaron. So that's pretty awesome. The idea that you can drop in and drop out is not entirely new. People have done it before in party modes, but we're doing it persistently through the whole game. So in the main menu, in the song select screen, during songs, in quick play, in campaign, wherever you are, you can add a player at any time, or you can drop out if you need to go, and keep the music experience going forward. It also helps solve what we call the sort of matchmaking problem of previous Rock Band games, which is like, you have a bunch of people over, and you've been around for 2 hours, and everyone's sort of drunk at this point, and you're in the middle of the song select screen, you're about to get to the song, you're picking your difficulties, and the drummer just starts like banging on the drums. You end up in the main menu, you're like, well, fuck, Billy, we were about to play a song, but now we're in the main menu again. Why did we invite you? You are terrible. So instead of hating Billy and not being friends anymore, which is what I'd recommend previously, now in Rock Band 3, you can actually sort of block him out until you're about to go in, and then Billy can bang on the drums all he wants. As long as you're in the song select screen when he finally drops back in, you're ready to rock. So, problem solved, hooray. The other cool thing about the overshell is it lets you toggle individual settings. So in addition to dropping out, you can turn on lefty flip, or you can hit no fail mode at any point in the menus. It's really sort of sexy and cool, and it's everywhere in our game, and we're really excited about it. It also opens up all of this real estate. So we have tons of space now visually to show you your characters, in this case, slowly walking down in slow motion down the street like badasses, to pass a tattoo parlor, to fuck some shit up, I guess. But they, yeah. So it's really, really cool, and this will actually change as your characters grow. This is our new custom character creator results of that, and we're going to be showing that later this summer, but it's a great new sort of revamp of how we do character creation. We're really excited about the results. But also, you get really attached to those guys. You spend a lot of time earning stuff and leveling them up, and then at the end of the day, you sort of hide them behind giant scrolling note tracks and can't see them. So now we put them front and center, and they grow with you, and as they go through their career, this screen will actually change to be them in a van, or them in an airport, or in a green room. So you'll see different stages. It'll be reflected throughout the game in a really cool, artistic way. I think this game looks also super slick and really cool in design capacity. So really pumped about that, and you know, the Rock Band is a lot of good stuff, but music is the core of what it is. So we'll go to the song list now and show you how we manage 2,000 effing songs. It's a lot. We have 1,166 songs on this console. You can see up there at the top. This is our filter system. Jeez. So no sorting system. It's a filtering system now. You can also still do sorting and scrolling, but if you wanted to say get to the Who with all of your 1,200 songs on this console, it would take you like half an hour to scroll down there with that many songs. So we have instead added a filtering system to get you just the songs you want distilled from your larger list. So we have only Rock Band 3 selected right now. That's why it says 22 of all 1,166. Those are the 22 songs. But let's say we wanted to make it 80s only. It's an 80s party. Here we go. So now we have 7 songs. This is at the top. But I want to get down to just the songs that are short. I don't want to play a long song. Long songs are not my... I'm tired. It's E3. Now we only have 1 song left and go out. And from a couple options I navigated, I end up with I Love Rock and Roll, and I'm ready to play it right away. So that's really cool. You can also do that with like family-friendly songs with keyboards on it. You can play all your Lego Rock Band exported songs in the game and just show just those songs to choose from, so you're not navigating a sea of songs, you're navigating just the ones that apply to what you want to do, which is really rad. So we're psyched about that. We also let you rate the songs now. When you're done playing them, you can rate it from 1 to 5 lighters. Not only does it let you sort of favorite songs as you're playing, like the 5 lighter songs will sort of be at the top when you sort by rating. It also plays into the game's random engine, so if you're doing a random set list, songs you like will come up more than songs you don't like. No more playing Run to the Hills in the middle of your metal set list if you're, you know, trying to play on easy and your kid is crying, it's their birthday party, and why did you pick a metal set list to start with? And instead of that, we also now drive our song recommendation engine in our music store. We're going to recommend songs to you that you might like based on what you've liked in the game and bought before, so you can find in the sea of Rock Band content that's updated every week great songs that'll help you extend the playability of the game and make it less of a single disc title and more of an evergreen experience, which is awesome. Last but not least, in this screen you see at the top we've highlighted set lists, which is not a new feature per se. We had them in Rock Band 1 and Rock Band 2, but wait, we've changed it for Rock Band 3, shockingly. And in set lists now, we can actually make our set lists like we could before. But we can also save and name our set lists, add art to them, and have basically this persistent thing where if I want to make my Ultimate Punk set list and play it every 3 days, go back, it's right there, I can call it up. I can also share it with my friends. So I can send Billy, who's a dick, like the Avenged Sevenfold metal drummer challenge that I put together by basically assembling all the great, Avenged Sevenfold metal drum parts we have, and ship him that through Facebook or Twitter or through rockband.com. And if I then go onto rockband.com for myself, let's say I've had a bad day at work and my boss has been giving me some shit, I go home and I basically, I want to make a protest song, track list through rockband.com and send it to my console. I get home, I can sort of vent by playing plastic guitar. It'll be there waiting for me when I get back. So we're really excited about the setlist feature. It's really cool. It's our design team sort of extra polish on top of the really cool game that we've built. So pumped about that. I mean, the game's for a lot of different people though. So we have our casual party audience who might want to play just on the weekends with their friends. For them, we have all instruments mode, the 7-player mode we talked about. We have no fail. We have the drop in, drop out. We also have party modes like Party Shuffle, which lets you jump right in and start playing songs. The game will just spit songs at you, and you can skip them if you don't like them. No navigating the song select screen or menus. It's really, really rad. We have the hardcore gamers who maybe want to have a campaign where they get to the end of a, they want to get all the goals and achievements in the game. And for them, we have hundreds of achievements scattered across the entire game for them to chase down and sort of become the ultimate guitarist or ultimate keyboard player, or ultimate vocalist. And that means if you're in the trainers or the tutorials or the quick play or the campaign, no matter where you are, you're basically working on leveling your character up and being awesome and unlocking things and getting goals and achievements knocked off. And then if you're somewhere in between, if you're a Rock Band faithful player who really wants to play a band experience but maybe wants to have a party that's sort of a regular group of people come over, for them we have this bridge mode called Road Challenges. And Road Challenges are basically 2 to 4 hour tours that are set around a theme. So we might have the East Coast tour or the Punk Rock Club tour. And you can basically have your friends over and beat Rock Band at a night. You can set a goal for yourself, play 19 to 20 songs or whatever, kick its ass, and be done. And it's sort of a nice little contained, like a game of Scrabble or Monopoly, except with awesome, better music, because they don't have music because they're board games. That didn't make any sense. So the game really is for a lot of different audiences. It's really a big title with a lot of cool features, all the way down to the details. Then at the high level, we have some pretty cool new big stuff. So you already saw Pro Drums, which had cymbals in it. Ali was playing cymbals on Just Like Heaven. And that's our new thing for drums. We have basically added real cymbal charting to the whole experience. And you may have noticed, that's how I almost chipped a tooth yesterday. You may have noticed that I was playing a keyboard. Hey, check it out. This is our Rock Band 3 keyboard controller. It's made by Mad Cats. It's a wireless controller. It has the Xbox controller built right in. It has a MIDI out port on the bottom. It's a 2-octave keyboard, fully functional MIDI device. It's really fucking sweet. And if you look at that, so one thing that's really important about keys is that keys, just like guitar, there's a pro mode and a non-pro mode. We call the non-pro mode keys and the pro mode pro keys. We're really creative with the names, like our game, which is Rock Band. Complicated. The cool thing about that is that we can actually, just with these 5 buttons here, play sort of a simple 5-lane gameplay like you've come to know from guitar or bass. It's not pitch accurate, it's just fun representation of what it is instead of the actual thing itself, which is great. It also means I can play guitar or bass parts on those 5 buttons, so I don't have to switch instruments all the time and change around. I can play guitar or bass on here. I can play keyboard parts in 5-lane keys mode on a guitar. If I wanted to play Bohemian Rhapsody without picking up a keyboard, I can do that day one. But then we get to Rock Band Pro, and this is where stuff starts getting a little crazier in these demos. So Rock Band Pro is sort of our next generation of gaming inside of the music genre. And in Pro we have real musical interaction. It sort of fulfills the Harmonix vision of giving you a real musical experience without having you spend years and years learning about an instrument, and also just letting you have fun while you're doing it. So we've reduced stuff down. I'm going to play Easy Pro mode right now, which is sort of an oxymoron, but you'll see at the top I have these bands of color that'll correspond to the track, so I'm in the blue region right here. This is Pro Keys on Sister Christian, yes, easily. So see, as the notes come down, I just sort of use the smash like I always have in different parts of Rock Band gameplay. But this is very much a reduction of the overall part, right? So I'm not playing all the notes that you hear, I'm playing some of them as we go through.